Okay, starting Hilchot Mila, chapter 3. This is the last chapter in Sefer Ahava of Harambam, B'Sha'at Tova. This chapter deals with the berachot of the Mila, the blessings to be said before the Mila, and the importance of the mitzvah of Mila. Halacha Aleph. Hamal mebarech kodem sheyamul, asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'sivanu al hamila. So the circumciser, before the circumcision, says, I'm not going to translate all these berachot only because it would take far too long, and anybody who wants to understand these berachot, I would recommend getting into, looking at some sort of translation or perush. I will just give a superficial, 2-second explanation to each beracha. So this one is ala milah, on the milah. Im haya mal ben habero. If he was doing circumcision on the son of somebody else, not his own son. If he's doing circumcision on his own son, he says, the beracha lamul et haben, to do circumcision on the son or my son. Va'abi haben mevarech beracha acheret. ברוך אתה השם אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להכניסו בבריתו של אברהם אבינו. In any event, in any which event that happens, after the first beracha, whether there's a circumciser doing it or the father of the son is doing the circumcision, the father of the son says another beracha, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להכניסו בבריתו של אברהם אבינו, to enter him into the covenant of אברהם אבינו. שמצווה על האב למול את בנו יתר על המצווה שמסובים כל ישראל שיאמרו כל ערש שביניהם, because the mitzvah of circumcision for the father on his son is larger than the is a greater mitzvah than the mitzvah that all of Am Yisrael, all of the nation of Israel, is commanded to do on any uncircumcised individual that it is within them. Therefore, there's the extra beracha for the father of the child that is being circumcised. לפיכך, אם אין שם אביו, אין מברכים אחדים ברכה זו. And therefore, if the father is not present during the circumcision, nobody else, nobody says this second beracha. ויש מי שהורה שיברכו אותה בדין או אחד מן העם, ואין ראוי לעשות כן. And Harambam is telling us that there are those who said that this blessing should be said if there is if the bedin, the authority, the court is there, or some other authoritative body is there. However, Harambam says that this should not be done. אם היו שם עומדים, אומרים כשם שהכנסתו לברית, כך תכניסו לבריתו, לתורה ולחופה ולחופה ולמעשים טובים. If there are people present during the act of the circumcision, they say the same way that you have entered him into the covenant, so may he be led to a life of Torah, of the Torah, chuppah, marriage, and good deeds. הלכה ג' ואחר כך מברך אבי הבן או המל או אחד מן העומדים שם ברכה זו. So after this second beracha takes place, the one of the people present, either the circumciser or the father of the son, or anybody present during the circumcision who was given, told to say this, says the following beracha: Baruch atah Hashem Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeten v'chok b'she'ero sham v'se'esa'av hatam be'od berit kodesh al ken b'scharzot el hai helkenu la'ad surenu saveh ki sevita l'kdoshim nehsil yedidut she'erenu misha'ad Baruch atah Hashem koret berit va'abi haben mevarech she'yahayanu. And after this third beracha, the father of the circumcised baby says she'yahayanu v'kimanu v'gi'anu lazeman hazeh, which is the beracha which we say at certain specific momentous occasions. Halacha dalet. Hamalet agirim. When doing circumcision on a proselyte that is entering Judaism, mevarech Baruch atah Hashem Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu ולהטיף מהן דם ברית שאלמלא דם ברית לא נתקיימו שמיים וארץ שנאמר אם לא בריתי יומם ולילה חוקות שמיים וארץ. He says אשר קידשם ציוונו to do circumcision on the proselytes and to take from them or to take out from them dam berit, the blood of the covenant or the circumcision, because without this blood, lo nitkaimu shamayim va'aretz, without blood of the circumcision, the covenant, the laws, the sky and the earth, the heavens and the earth would not have been, as it says, if not for my covenant day and night, I wouldn't, as Kadosh Baruch Hu says, I would not have put the laws of the heavens and the earth. Halakha he, Hamalet abdo, somebody who does circumcision on his slave. Hashem Eloheinu melech haolam, asher qadeshanu b'mitzvotav v'sivanu, lamul et ha'abadim ulhatif mehen dam berit, to do circumcision on the slaves and to take from them dam berit, the blood of the circumcision or the blood of the covenant. שאלמלא דם ברית לא נתקיימו שמיים וארץ, שנאמר אם לא בריתי יומם ולילה חוקות שמיים וארץ לא שמתי. Blessing as was for the proselyte, except that we switched lamulata gerim, we said lamulata abadim, so I'm not going to translate. Ve'imal aibet shel ha'achirim, however, if he does circumcision on a slave of somebody else, not on his own slave, mevarech al milat abadim, he says instead of al milat, he said instead of saying lamulata abadim, to circumcise the slaves, he says al milat abadim, on the milah of other slaves. והמל אדם גדול צריך לכסות ערוותו עד שיברך ואחר כך מגלהו ומל אותו. And somebody who is performing circumcision on a adult, somebody above the age of 13, should cover the area, say the beracha, say the blessing, and then uncover it and do the circumcision, because it is not permitted to say the name of Hashem in a blessing in front of that area. הלכה ו' גר שמל קודם שיתגייר וקטן שנולד מהול כשמטיפין מהן דם ברית אינן צריכין ברכה. So we previously mentioned in the first chapter that proselytes, somebody who enters Judaism who already performed circumcision, must do what we call hatafat dam berit. It's you cause some blood to leave the area. Who was born without the foreskin covering the area, also we must do what I previously mentioned, hatafat dam berit. These people, when you perform the hatafat dam berit, need a blessing. There's no blessing to be said before the performing of hatafat dam berit. V'chen androgynos, also somebody who has both male and female attributes. We do not say a blessing on his milah, on his circumcision, because it is not sure what his status is, and therefore safek berachot lehakir. Halakha zayin, goy shesarach lachtoch olato mipnei makkah or shechin shenolad ba. So a non-Jew, which does not have any, did not do, completely non-Jewish, a goy, that needed to cut his orla, his foreskin, because of some sort of injury or some sort of shahin, some kind of some sort of a virus or infection that entered it. A Jew is not allowed to cut off the milah of this goy. Shehagoyim, because the goyim, לא מעלין אותן מידי מיתה ולא מורידין אותן אליה, ואף על פי שנעשית בסבבה ברפואה זו, שהרי לא נתכוון למצווה. Because a goy, we are not permitted to take him out of death, nor are we obliged to take him into death. And even though that when you do that even if this, by doing Lord, just in his mind he's just doing the circumcision to live, because he will not live otherwise, because he has some sort of infection. We do not do it on him because it is obvious, it is apparent, it is clear that he's not doing this to really enter the 7 Noahide laws. He's doing this rather to save himself. לפיכך, אם נתכוון הגוי למילה, מותר לישראל למול אותו. However, is apparent that the goy wants to take away his, wants to do circumcision really 100% for Mila, for the masva, for the precept of circumcision, so he can enter himself into the 7 Noahide laws. In that case, it is permitted for a Jew to perform the circumcision on him. The foreskin is regarded as an abomination. The evil, the wicked, have been condemned or dominated, as it says in, as all of the Gentiles are uncircumcised, they're arelim. And the Mila is great, as even patriarch Abraham was not considered to be perfect until he had circumcised himself. As it says, as Hashem told Abraham Abinu, patriarch Abraham, walk before me and be perfect, and I will make my covenant between me and you. אף על פי שיש בידו מעשים טובים הרבה, אין לו חלק לעולם הבא. And anybody who annuls this covenant of Abraham Abinu, in other words, the circumcision, and either was not circumcised and left it that way, or he pulled up his foreskin, even if he is a virtuous person with a lot of good ma'asim, a lot of good virtuous actions, nevertheless, he does not have a portion in the world to come. Halakhatet, Hamura Mila. Come and see how strict the mitzvah of Mila is, the precept of circumcision is. And this is last week's parasha. Moshe Rabbeinu was from the Median to Egypt to perform the mitzvot that Hashem told him to save Bnei Israel from Egypt, to go and do the whatever he did. He was not even, Hashem didn't even wait a second to kill his son or to kill him. There's question interpretation. Nevertheless, Hashem did not wait a second to kill, even though they were on the way, because Moshe Rabbeinu's son was born and he needed circumcision, and they were on the way, and Moshe Rabbeinu did not perform the circumcision on him, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu nevertheless wanted to kill either Moshe Rabbeinu or the son. It would seem from most interpretations that we're talking about the son being killed for not being circumcised, even though they were on the way. And all the precepts of the Torah were commanded through a covenant, via only 3 covenants. As it says, as it says in the Torah, and these are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded, other than the covenant which he made with them in Horeb. We see here 2 covenants. And in another place it says, you are standing this day before me to enter, so that thou should enter the covenant of the Lord, the covenant of Hashem. So we see here 3 covenants. However, on the circumcision, there were 13 covenants made with Abraham Abinu. As it says, and I shall make my covenant between you and I. And I shall I should hold my covenant between me and you. Sorry, I skipped the pasuk. Me, I, here my covenant is with you. I previously translated, and I shall hold my covenant between me and you. A covenant of a never-ending covenant. Et beriti tishmor. You shall protect my covenant. Keep my covenant. Zot beriti. This is my covenant. Vehaya leot berit, and it shall be a token of a covenant. Or an ot berit is a an ot is a sign for the covenant. In other words, the circumcision shall be the sign for the covenant. Vehayeta beriti, and my covenant shall be librit olam, for a never-ending covenant. Again, et beriti hefar, and my covenant he has annulled. V'akimoti et beriti ito, and I shall withstand my covenant with it. Librit olam. Again, it says 12th time. This is the 12th time it says a covenant, a never-ending covenant. Et beriti akim et Ishaq, and the 13th time, and I shall establish my covenant with Ishaq. We see here 13 times it says the berit. So we see here the importance of the circumcision of the berit Mila is a very great importance. We see Abraham Abinu with 13 times the word covenant was mentioned with him, while in the regular berit of us with Hakadosh Baruch Hu, the Sinaitic covenant, there were 3 main covenants. So again, that is very important. Baruch Adonai le'olam amen ve'amen. We just finished Sefer Ahava b'sha'a tova u'mutzlachat.